Growth doesn't always look like growth. Sometimes you are growing, just not in the way you expected. So here are 5 signs you are growing as a creator, even if your views, followers or subscribers count doesn't reflect it yet. One of the clearest signs you are growing as a creator is that you are showing up more often. You are not just creating content when you feel inspired or motivated. You are creating because you have made it a part of your life. Consistency is how you get better. Not one viral video, but hundreds of others that flatlined and never got noticed. Every time you create a piece of content, you build momentum. You sharpen your skills and you become more fluent in your creative language. So if you have noticed that you are creating more consistently than you were 6 months ago, then congratulations. You are not just trying to be a creator anymore, you are living like one. Another sign of growth as a creator is that you not only start a project but also finish it, even when you kind of hate it by the end. You realize that finishing isn't about perfection, it's about building discipline, it's about developing your creative stamina. When you finish a project, you give yourself a gift of closure. You learn, you improve, and you move on to the next one. Every time you push through and hit that export or upload or publish, you become stronger and better. So if you have started completing more projects than you abandon, that's not just productivity, that's growth in motion. It's easy to confuse attention with impact, but when you grow as a creator, you realize that they are not the same thing. You would rather have 10 people deeply connect with your work than 10,000 people scroll past it in 2 seconds. You would rather be proud of what you made than chase approval from a platform that updates its algorithm and rules every month. When you stop trying to go viral, you ironically create your most authentic and impactful work. That kind of work might take longer to reach people, but when it does, it sticks with them. So if you have stopped chasing virality and started focusing on quality, that's a clear sign of growing as a creator. Being self-aware about your flaws isn't a weakness. It's actually one of the strongest signs of creative growth. In the beginning, it's hard to tell what's wrong with your work, but once you start creating content consistently, you begin to notice all sorts of small and big mistakes. And instead of brushing them off or getting defensive, you learn from them and fix those things in your future content. And that's a sign of real growth because now you are not just creating but also analyzing your work. When you can identify your weak spots, you become way more intentional with your creative choices. It's not about always being perfect, it's about being aware. We all want to be seen. We all want that like, that comment, that proof that what we made was worth it. In the beginning, those numbers matter a lot. But over time, you begin to care a little less about what people think and a little more about what you think. You stop obsessing over reach, retention, and reaction, and that's a powerful turning point. It means you are no longer letting external validation control your creative process. When you stop needing validation, you start creating your most authentic, most honest, and often your best work. And that shift from performance to expression is when people start to notice you and your work. So if you have noticed that your work feels more like you and less like it's trying to win the internet, then that's creative freedom. And achieving creative freedom is the most authentic sign of growth as a creator. If this video gave you even one moment of clarity, consider liking it. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It really helps me keep going. Also, do take a look at this video where I'll share 9 brutally honest truths for content creators who feel like quitting. And it might be exactly what you need to hear next.